Hey y'all, it's your girl Miss Quitta, and I'm popping in with a quick video. No, I do not have a car. So, as an update, no, I do not have a car. I figured I was late for something because I haven't really done anything creative today, besides painting my nails. But I'm late, and for what, I don't know. So I just decided to make a video. And it's been a minute since I made a video. You know, just detailing and updating my life. And I'm really at a point where, it's frustrating because for me to have had to let everything go and to still be happy, to still be content, to still smile every day, even though, life has its challenges, even though I'm reminded of, like I said, my newly imperfect smile from where my dog had chewed my retainer. To no longer having a car of my own, no longer having a place to call home. And I still smile through it all, I still counted joy, and I'm grateful. And basically, I haven't been in a position where I could, because I love to write. And I've been telling a lot of my journey, my story. And now I'm at a point where, mini pause. Okay, I did do an update, but I deleted it as quickly as I put it up because I often say fear, but it's not fear because I wasn't scared. But basically, I was outside. I got put out because I didn't have $26 to pay for other people's food. And I find myself, because we supposed to be, a new earth, the new world order, all this stuff, peace and prosperity. And for me, I just feel, I don't want to say a disadvantage, but it just sucks because there's a person in particular. And for the majority of my life, I've had, even though I do have a smart mouth, I'm not going to take away from that. Anybody can have a smart mouth. But to have had praise, reverence, almost idolizing a certain individual, giving respect, because it is a male. And, males, they value respect more than anything. But out of all of that, I find myself like, well, not no more, because at this point it leads to anger, because I can't say anything without the immediate response is anger. And I say, I don't understand why, and this is what I've been faced with my entire life, and not from just this individual, but just by me being myself, by me being me, by me loving my own company, by me just existing, it bothers, or having an opinion, And you know, I don't be wanting to flip it, but it made me wonder because, like, okay, just like I told y'all where I formerly was, how that person went from 0 to 200. But like I said, I don't know what all issues that she had with me, because when I would ask her, did you have an issue with me? The answer was always no. But yet, the one time that I said something in regards to how I was addressed, it went from 0 to 200. But prior to that, it was another individual, because I made a video about that one where I said something about their child when they found out that it was their child that I was witnessing be a bully. And I was checking it every time that child was doing something that was inappropriate. And that person had went off on me in the same way. And now where I am, even though I'm not talking about physically, I'm just talking about where I am as far as being around certain individuals. Anything I say automatically goes from 0 to 200. The first reaction is anger. And I just keep saying to myself, is that a reflection of me? Or is that a reflection of them with things that they're questioning themselves about? Or you know, like I said, not wanting to have a discussion as actual adults and saying, this is an issue, can we talk about this as actual adults? But for the person who I'm talking about today, all I ever wanted was for this person to be kind to me, because I'm kind to them. I show them respect. I do everything I can to just show how much I care. And all I've ever asked was for kindness, was for love, was for mutual respect. Because it's unfortunate to witness, to know that you're doing everything you can, because I'm already, with my situation, am at a disadvantage. But to see someone openly give, it's frustrating. When you witness somebody openly give, happily give, without hesitation, shopping sprees, food, just stuff to people that they don't know. But I get the dirty looks. I get the bad words when I say, can I get a pair of pants? Because I've been wearing the same pair of pants every day since January. Today is March 29th. Now, that didn't happen today. That is just an example because it happened recently. And to know that, damn, I don't cry on so many videos. It's just, it's frustrating because it's frustrating. But you know, I keep learning along the way with treatment, because like I said, excuse me, y'all. One, like I told you all before, I've been overweight my entire life. Bullying is not nothing new to me, because my first bully came from inside the home. And I just kept rocking with it. But now I'm at a point, I'm writing my story. I'm putting down everything I could possibly remember of how I was treated by certain individuals. And I said to myself, I want to get paid for my pain. You know, Of course, there are others that are going to consider me villains in their stories, and I won't take away from that. And I can admit to being a villain in certain people's stories. But yet, it's spiritual warfare. But I just always feel like why do I have to be the one who is suffering the attacks? The attacks of people taking out their frustrations on me. And I know the peace dealer probably called them weak muggle ass bitches, like the Harvard studies show, where people don't want to face their own shadows, people don't want to face their own demons, and then they project onto you what they feel about themselves. Because like I told you all before, I don't say anything bad about myself. I don't talk negatively to me about me. I always say the most uplifting things. I tell myself every day how beautiful, how smart, how talented, how creative I am. I don't project that onto nobody else because the bad stuff. I don't project bad things onto nobody else because I don't say bad things to myself. I only speak positivity over my life, over my mind, my body, my finances. And yet, in the reality, I keep getting examples of the negativity, the hate, the projections. And it's frustrating because coming from... Ouch. Oh, shoot. Hold on, y'all. Pause. Okay. My bad, y'all. I know what that was, but I can't say what it was. My bad. Because, like I said, I've been trying so hard for so many years, finding myself breaking generational curses, find myself facing trauma and taking karma for other people when it's not my karma. Being the one who is transmuting my pain into purpose. Telling my story, writing it down, making these videos, doing so much stuff, trying to create a better life for myself. And just being myself. Yes, baby. Yeah, baby got so much hair. Gorgeous. And so, like I said, now I can see, because there are examples of where I'm not talking. I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm at a point where it's like, what's the point? What's the point? So that's why I'm back to making my videos. What's the point of talking when anything I say it's taken? It's like people don't listen to actually listen. Because I've been watching some videos lately about how, even though I've been doing this in the past, but more videos have been coming on my feed about how to communicate with people. And most people only listen and hear for what they want to hear. or don't ask questions. They jump to conclusions. And I have been faced with that through so many people because I ask questions. If it's something that I want to know, I ask. I've been in spaces where if I heard somebody laughing, I've asked them, "Are you laughing at me?" And of course, there's some weak ass bitches ain't gonna say no. Whether they was, I say I don't care. I say I guess it don't matter. I shouldn't care. And then I let it roll off my back. But like I said, time and time and time again, I have found myself, maybe I'm bringing up to me, okay, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. To me, every person that has done me like that, or when people say stuff like that, I think they insecure. I think it's when people project, I'm just going to say when people project, I'm not going to say they are a whole insecure person. But between ego and being insecure, what's the third option? Unless you just don't like me, in which today I was told that, guys, when I say all I've ever asked is for you to be kind. Because, okay, now, even though I have my Bible stories on here, and for those of you all who are new to my channel, you're going to go back. I got some videos in here where I be reading over Bible stories, and I say, like, what made y'all get certain aspects of this story when it says this. And lately, I looked up a couple of verses because of something that came on to my YouTube feed, because YouTube is the only social media that I'm active on. Anything else, because my account is on other people's profiles. So if you see me active on any other social media, Instagram, Facebook, that's not me. But I say all that to say, in the Bible, it says that if a husband, the way I'm misquoting now, especially because I'm talking kind of loud and I think people are in earshot. But it says that the way a man treats his immediate family, if you're not kind to them, you're an imbecile. You're worse than a non-believer. A non-believer of Christ. And while I do know that Christ walked this earth, my belief has changed in a lot of ways. But you can consider me a non-believer. So you're worse than me. If you're not good to your family, it says, of course, honor thy father and mother. But it also says, do not provoke your children. Like, stuff go hand in hand. And it just really feel like, out of all these years, with everything I do, everything got to be criticized, and everything got to be taken out of context, not asking questions, not actually wanting to get to know me as a person, as a human being on this earth. And then it has constantly caused me to shrink myself when I shouldn't have to, because anybody else around, they can let their light shine, and they're operating out of ego. I'm not operating out of ego. My ego is not satisfied from none of this. I'm operating from love and above. That's what this new planet is all about. If you're not operating from love and above, God is taking everybody. And you'll have to know, because it's spiritual warfare, but you'll have to know it's love and above from now on. I'm tired, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I'm tired, and I'm tired. I'm tired of the projections. I'm tired of the negative. And it's so much because I seen my nephew. What's today? What is that? Yesterday? Or the day before yesterday? I think that was Friday. I don't know. It was Friday or Saturday. And I seen my nephew, and I just wanted to yell and tell him that I love him and that I'm so proud of him. But but I couldn't, and I didn't. And now this was random. I ain't no stalker or nothing. Cause first of all, like I said, I'm not even in a place to be able to do that. It was just happenstance. They were at a gas station. I was at the gas station. And I don't know. Honestly, I'm just being reminded of really, it's just me. It's just me. And like I said, I'm thinking about my part playing the villain because there's someone, and I'm laughing because honestly, I don't care. I do care, but at the same time, I don't. And they think because I did not, upon seeing them, I haven't said like a word to them. I didn't say hello. I didn't say greetings. I didn't say goodbye. And it didn't have nothing to do with them. I didn't want to be bothered. And if it had been known, because of course, in those situations, they get an attitude too. So now we're not even on speaking terms. And frankly, I mean, I care. And no, I don't. Look at the baby. I care. But it's not for that reason, because it's like, okay, if we actually just had a talk, I would let you know. I wasn't talking to nobody. So it don't really matter, because that wasn't gonna make you special. Like I wasn't talking to anyone. I'm at a point where I'm shutting down, because it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. If I say something, it's a problem. If I don't say something, it's a problem. So I'm just at the point, let me not say shit. Let me not say anything. I don't want to say hello. I don't want to say goodbye. I don't want to say to nobody. Because I just keep feeling like I'm getting the short end of the stick. And that's the main thing, is with God. Because like I said, my view on God has changed. And the main reason because like I said, I acknowledge a mother God. And the reason I came to acknowledge a mother God was because of my own mom. My mom was everything. She did everything. That was my first form of love, being in her womb. That's the first God I ever known. And she showed me through actions, through words, through kindness. She showed me what love is. But she had her problems too, so it wasn't perfect. But I always say that's the only person on this earth who ever loved me, and I will take that with me. And it's crazy because I'm not looking for outside love. I'm not looking for outside validation. I'm not looking for nothing external. I almost lit that tip. I'm not looking for anything external to confirm. I'm not looking for anything external because I love myself. You know, I love myself. I don't want to say, I guess it could be a frustration. Frustrated and in the void. In the void from jumping timelines from one timeline to another. In the void of going to the next level and realizing that I can't take nobody with me. I'm going to the next level alone. And having to accept that and be okay, knowing that it's going to be lonely at the top because it was lonely at the bottom. And moving, now I'm at a space where I'm moving just as transactional as the rest of the world. At one point, I didn't care. I gave out of love. But I gave because it was all love. But moving forward, loving only gets you hurt. Only gets bad words, bad intentions, gossip. All these negative things that are projected to me from what I'm doing. And I guess I'll take it. I will be the villain. My bad, y'all. First of all, I'm going to have to wash my hands because for those who are new to my channel, I hate when my nose ring turns around. And sometimes it does that at the most inappropriate time. So when y'all see me grabbing, I be turning my nose ring around. But that's it. And one little time I might have had a little piece. A little booger flying. Well, yes, I just said booger on YouTube. And I'm debating whether or not I should even post it. But I'm going to post. Well, I don't know. And I'm pausing y'all because I'm reflecting. Because like I told y'all, I've been at a point I don't give the devil. I had painted my nails, but they still got messed up. I don't give the devil credit for nothing when it was supposedly one creator. If there was one source of creation of all things, and that was God. And then, of course, in Isaiah 45, it says, I, the Lord, create good and evil. So once again, I don't give any credit to the adversary, knowing, even though I know that there are demonic entities out here and this is spiritual warfare. I understand that. But at the same time, if there was one source of all things, good and evil, then I give all the credit to God, whether it be a man or a woman. Because I don't know, like I said, whatever. As above, so below. So I say both. Because on earth, my mother was everything. I saw God through her eyes, through her actions, through her words. The good and the bad aspect of her. And I see it through me. The good and the I am. But I say all that to say, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I'm over it. I'm over trying. All those times I fasted and prayed, and then it kind of seems like a slap in the face because I see Now, I really don't know what's true. I just know the work that I've done and more internal work than anything. And I look at, because I saw somebody was talking about how they had life-changing miracles. They did like a 3-day fast, or they did little small mini fast. So, well, I ain't gonna say mini fast, because if you withdraw and you took that mindset to withhold yourself from something, then I will applaud that. I'm not judging. But I'm like, I done did various and successful fasts for years, and I haven't received a of a miracle that and comparison is the thief of joy. But just a hint of a miracle of what everybody else claimed. Oh, my house got this, my marriage got restored, my kids did this, I did a 3-day fast, and I be thinking, God, what's up with me? Because you know how I don't put it on here, but I've created merch with fast and pray, because that was a staple for me, fasting and praying, and then in the end not getting a result, not losing, letting go. I'm stuttering because God knew my intentions when I chose to fast, and all the different things that I chose to give up, including cutting the TV off. Part of that was a part of fasting. When I stopped watching TV, like, just I'm laughing because I'm listening to how I'm breathing, and for me to keep doing the work, for me to keep trying, for me to keep praying, for me to keep declaring the I ams, the I am powerful, healthy, wealthy. I'm finna sing Lil Baby Tate, rich. I am that bitch. Getting the bag. Not gonna take no shit. Just protected, well respected. I'm a queen. I'm a dream. That's Baby Tate, y'all. That ain't me. The first part was, but I'd say my affirmations. I say blessings for myself and for others. I no longer pray for others. I know it's divine will, divine timing. Well, divine will, divine timing. I don't know. I often say y'all suck. Not y'all watching. I'm just saying in general. In general. And like I said, having people to try to tell me that this is my karma, and I'm like, nigga, you don't know shit about me, and just how I planted so many good seeds, honestly looking for approval from God, so I won't have a fucked up ass time on this earth that was created by God, to be able to experience my heaven on earth and not just in the afterlife. And that ain't guaranteed either, because I'm just going. Well, y'all let me know. Has anybody came back and told y'all how good heaven is? How abundant it is? Because ain't nobody came back and told me shit. But, let's see. I'm about to go This video is longer than I expected. And like I said, I did ask for God to guide my words, guide my actions, guide my heart, guide my tongue. Guide my heart, guide my tongue. That's it. That's all I got to say. I still, like I said, I still, even though I guess lawfully, because I don't have to sleep outside, so I don't have to sleep outside. I'm just gonna put it like that. But as far as owning or renting a home, paying bills, I'm still not out the clear. My finances, I claim I'm rich and wealthy every day. And I'm still making videos explaining how I'm trying to get over this hurdle. Yeah, I apologize. I hate that I slowed down right here because I'm really trying to be mindful of my words. I'm really trying to be mindful because it really just, damn if you do, damn if you don't. But that's it. That's it, y'all. If y'all have made it this far in the video, put a chicken leg in the comment. I think they got a chicken leg. Yeah, I think they got a chicken leg. If you made it this far, put a chicken leg in the comments, and I know that you are a real one. And I'm going to, I don't know, I'm going to just stay grateful. That's it. I don't know what else to do. I'm just going to stay grateful and look for everything to work out in my favor. I'm doing it in my mind. My mind is like, nah, bitch, say this. Nah, bitch, say that. Nah, bitch, tell it all. Tell it all. And I'm like, I don't know if that's ego or my heart, because like I said, I'm pausing and I'm minding my words. But in my mind is like, bitch, you wanted to cuss out that. You wanted to say this back. You didn't want to take the high road or say that you are the bigger person. You wanted to just snap back. And this is not just this with multiple individuals. And it's like, because it's like, y'all, it's like, damn, people be mad at you for having nothing and being happy about having nothing. And unless they consider you, especially if, that is different, if you have to rely on them for something or you have to ask them for something, then maybe they look at you like a burden. And I take that all back to God, because we're all a part of God. So every time I'm giving dirty looks, every time someone's taking out their frustrations on me, every time I'm coming to someone wanting to talk like an actual adult and with emotional intelligence, but all I get is rage and anger back in return, I'm like, damn, God, like, that's how you move? Because it's reflected in the people around me. always being the butt of the jokes, always being made fun of, always getting the harshest lessons, experiencing other people's karma. When I've tried it was almost people pleasing, or at one point it was, because before, especially prior to 2019, it was people pleasing. Like, how can I serve others? How can I do for others? How can I give? How can I give? Sacrificing myself. But when it's a point with certain people where you just want reciprocity, like, damn. And the reciprocity, I'm asking for a baseline. Excuse me. It's kindness. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. And it's like, at this point, I got to dim my own light and keep my head down, because my situation hasn't changed. Because I'm still having to reach out to others and ask for help. I'm still having to reach out and beg God for help and for resources. And for those who might be the Bible thumpers talking about turn back to the Church of Christianity, that's a no. That's no. Nah. Nothing against God or Jesus. Nothing against the church. But that's not for me. And y'all ain't even happy in there. So don't tell me you can't say jack squat when your house ain't even in order. Because my main experiences with people who talk about the Christian faith, that has been where I have gotten the most negativity from. The most harshest lessons have came from those who say they believe in Jesus, that they walk with Christ every day. And yet they have given me the worst lashings from their tongues, where death and life comes from. They've given me the dirtiest looks. But will claim, oh, Yahshua, forgive me because I'll be messing up the name, Yeshua. Oh, I believe in Yeshua. I walk with Jesus. What you give me them dirty looks for? Why you letting that roll off your tongue? What would Jesus do? Did Jesus not feed the people? Did Jesus not give an ear? Yeah, Jesus spoke in parables and all that stuff. But Jesus was kind. I got to go. Y'all holler at y'all later.